everybody. Okay. Hello, everybody. How are you? Hello. Yeah, you don't want to mess with gas leaks. You might not wake up very well. That's for sure. So how is everyone? Hi, Charlotte. Hello, darling. Got the room pretty cleaned up except for the counter over there. But everything else, I think I'm pretty happy with. So, lot of work and a hot day. Hot day. So, hello, everybody. How are all my people? Oh, I just heard someone. I think someone's here with us today. And she loves when I get excited. She's like, oh, this is fun. You want to come say hi? All right. She's starting to molt. And last night, she got into an attitude. She and I had a smackdown. And you know I'm always going to win. But I realized after I saw a tail feather in her cage, she's molting. And it's uncomfortable to molt. And I understand, I know. You don't know what to do. But Kiwi, do uppy downy. Uppy downy. Huh? Uppy downy. Up. She's talking. I wish I could hear her. It's hard to be hard of hearing because she speaks very quietly. You want to do uppy downy? Huh? No, not sure. So anyway, but Kiwi is here. Want to get on my shoulder? All right. It is tidy. And you know what? Now I can use my magic cam to show you. See that corner? Whoops. Let me move this out of the way. But that corner is all cleaned up. Mark hung up a new quilt. I said, oh my gosh, I didn't use either of my summer quilts, my strawberry or my watermelon. So the watermelon is upstairs. And this part over here, that's pretty clean for Deb. Main cutting table is all clean. My floor is clean. So I'm feeling really good about myself. But I don't know if you've heard, but my grandkids are coming over tomorrow. So I especially wanted to clean for them. Because I don't know what kind of crafts and stuff we're going to do, but we're going to do something fun. Why are you biting my ear? Why are you biting my ear? Oh, she's just a mess. But anyway, so last night she came on full attack mode. I'm like, excuse me, young lady. Hopefully, I haven't checked to see who's here yet, but I'm hoping that, let me see. I'm hoping that our Sonia and Akko are here. I wanted to show them. I finished all of my 3-piece centers for the stars. I did them all by hand because, I told you I wanted to do them by hand. So there's my little hand stitching. See my little stitches? But that looks like a machine stitch. Oh, the first one was. There must have been a reason I did that. But you can see my hand stitches. And see how I trim? I trim down to 1/8 of an inch at each end of the seam allowance. Because these pieces have a lot of pieces coming together. And I like to lighten the load a little bit right there. So, but anyway, so I just wanted to tell Akko, I'm coming clean, girlfriend. I'm going to stitch them to the star pieces by machine because these are paper piece and I really don't want to hand piece through paper. So I'm going to sew them to the thing and since I've gotten so much practice at Y seams, I think I can do it. So let's see who's here. Pardon me, I'm going to catch back up. I love it that y'all chat before and after. So Charlotte and Susan, Lady Di's back with us. Susan, Charlotte, Teresa, hi, sweetheart. And Vicky Lemire, love seeing Vicky here. Oh, this is great. Patty Chamberlain, Sonia is here. I love my Sunday people. Patty Chamberlain, yay. This morning when I woke up, it's been so hot. And Mark and I have been, cleaning and organizing the house because we knew it was too hot to work outside. So we got to do stuff. And, oh my gosh, I woke up this morning and I just was kind of feeling puny. I've been doing too much work because even inside the house, sweat pours off of us. And so this morning I thought, I don't know if I'm going to feel good enough to do the live stream. I would be lost without the live stream. I would be lost. My Sunday would be ruined. So thank y'all. I love spending my Sunday with you. Okay. He's given me permission to show her scary pictures. Mark, I showed him the first picture. Mark said, she lost that fight. But then after getting her response today, I thought, yeah, she's right. If you survive without broken bones after your fight with concrete, you're a winner. So hold on just a second. Pharmacy. I don't care about that. Okay. So let me see who else. I don't want any phone calls. There we go. I muted the ringer. I learned how to do that. I thought I was just hanging up on it. Okay. So, Nadine is here. Hi, sweetheart. Boy, there's a lot of great people here. This is wonderful. Okay. This is great. So anyway, we have 93-degree temperatures here today. And that might not sound that badly hot, but our humidity is through the roof. Charlotte, you can tell them how hot it is. I mean, you go outside and you just can't breathe. And the only time I went out today was to take some pictures of my flowers because Cheryl was so sweet and said nice things about my garden. Hi, Cheryl. So I thought, I'll go out and take some pictures. Please understand something. The pictures I took are close-ups because the overall effect of my garden is a little beaten up by, sadly, the drought we've had. We had our first rain in several weeks just a day ago. And we've had a drought and these high temperatures. It's taken a beating. But the good news is all of my wildlife has done beautiful. I went to water one of my hanging pots the other day. And I knew there had been a nest in there, but I thought, it's too late. You know how Carolina wrens, they love to make nests. And sometimes they make nest and then decide they don't want that nest anymore and they move. But I thought it's too late to be having babies. But I went to carefully water it because I don't want to hurt if any Carolina wren is in the nest, I don't want to hurt them. So even though I watered it carefully, guess what? There were fledglings in it. 3 of them that I saw, and just watering the edge of the pot, they all fluttered out and fell down to the ground, but they were fully feathered. So I just left them be. I hurried up, went inside so mommy could come and feed them and make sure they were okay. But we have been, I'm sorry about the buffering. Yuck. Is that to do with the weather, or maybe it's so hot everybody's in and on the internet, But anyway, and hopefully you got to see the pineapple fabric sale in Allison. So the nest, Nadine, had a cute little bird. It's a wren, and she's like a chocolate brown or a little bit lighter. They have the thing I think is cutest about Carolina wrens is they're very perky and very happy little chattery little birds, and their tail sticks up and it gives them such a presence, and they're adorable to have around. They're insect eaters, which is always good. And so I feed birds, but the Carolina wrens usually, if anything, they nose around the seed looking for bugs that might have taken up around them. But I got to tell you, I have this whole ecosystem here, and I have the 2 birds. I have Kiwi and then I have the cockatiel. So every morning when I open their cages, I take all their food remnants and I throw it outside my back door in a flower bed. And it is so cute. The chipmunks are usually waiting and come darting in to eat all the residual seed. And it's just so much fun. And then right now I have so many hummingbirds that just to try to bring the feeders in, clean them and refill them, the hummingbirds are upset and hovering, waiting, like, where is our feeder? So right now I'm having much fun, and I'm getting a whole bunch of chickadees, titmice, blue jays, lots of cardinals. I haven't had crows in a while. You doing uppy downy? I know. Yeah, you want to do peekaboo? Let's show them how we do peekaboo. Peekaboo. Want to do peekaboo? Usually when I say that, she goes, ready? Oh, wow. You're singing. She wants my attention. I'm excitedly talking and I'm not looking at her. So she's trying to get my attention. But anyway, I've got so many different kinds of birds. We've got some brown thrushes, and I'm trying to think of this other kind. I sometimes get red-winged blackbirds. They usually hang out around, not too far from here. We have a little swamp, and so they hang around that kind of water. Well, she's distracting me, and I think we need to start this show. So I'm going to put her back and go have a good time. Good girl. Good girl. Oh. All right. So anyway, I have all my star centers done, and I'm going to go ahead and sew them to the star backs because I need to get my video out. It's ready to go except for the final where I show all 6 more of the stars finished. So, oh, aren't they cute, Nadine? They're just a sweet little bird, and they're about, this big, and oh, so cute. So, oh, did I tell you? I had a day where getting her adult feathers ran into my sunroom window, and I went out and she was laying there, looked like she was dead. And I kind of pulled her because I was, a little nervous, and I saw she wasn't dead. So I picked her up and I held her in my hand. I came in and showed Mark because it's rare you ever get to hold a wild bird. And so then I went out and put her on the feeder. And the next morning, Mark said she first was still there. She would kind of turn her head, but she was still there. But at some point, she must have flown off. Well, I think it was that day or the next, it looked like the same bird flew into the same window. So I went and moved bird feeders and blocked the window because I thought, I don't think she's getting it. And I didn't want her to die. So the second one kind of looked like she knocked herself out a little bit, but then she picked back up and went. So anybody new here? Anybody would like to introduce themselves? And don't forget, we'd love to have you join our Yahoo group. I still have not done my dyeing this week, but I've started doing something. And I think I've told y'all I do this. It's the smartest thing I ever figured out how to do. You probably have all been doing it for ages and ages. But let me show you what I'm doing. Don't worry, I've got good pictures for us today. I'm going to paint on batik, and I'm going to use paintbrushes, and I'm going to use my Chantings, which, they're too far away, but they hold wax, and so you can use those to preserve that color while you paint or dip them in color after color. So let me show you what I've got. I went through the internet. I always do this. What am I? Okay. I'll have to turn my camera this way. Okay. So what I do when I'm getting ready to do an art project, I go online. What in the world did we do without going online? I guess we had to go to the library and let me see. But I go online and I start looking for pictures. And like this is a sulfur pool, I believe. like was a crater, and is it in Yellowstone National Park or something? But I look for different pictures that I might want to get ideas from. Now, I'm sure this is someone's artwork, so I would not copy this exactly, but it gives you ideas. Pardon me for the hiccups. Oh, you know what is neat about this? I found this before I went to the Alison Glass lecture, and this is her space shot. Here's another giraffe. I'm in the mood to kind of do an animal, and I don't know whether it's going to be a tiger or what, but I just went through and in my search engine, Google search engine, typed in elephants or tigers and images, and I'm just trying to figure out. And some of these just give me ideas of colors and how it would look. Let me go back a moment. But I love this. This is a batik. And I just think that's so cool. And I love the way a batik looks. You can tell that, it's not like just straight painting because of all the variations. And then when they're done, they cover it with wax and then crackle it. You get the black final dye show through. But I just wanted to look for some images to kind of give me, oops, I got to shrink this again. Pardon me. But what I do is I start saving images. Soon as I know, oh, this is not letting me. Come on, let me do this. All right, I'll have to go back down to it. Hold on. Might have to, okay, here we go. But it just lets me go through and save images. It allows me to go through and save images. Oh gosh, I thought this was so cool. I thought, oh, my son and his wife would love this. They love cats. But I'm just trying to figure out, get ideas. I'm thinking about a tiger. Isn't that look at that face. So what I would like to do is do a batik and do dye painting and then come in and do the thread painting of all the hairs and the ears and the whiskers. So anyway, that's one of the things that I do. And I highly recommend it. Just get yourself, go up here to new folder, click on it. You click on it up here. It comes down right here. Then you put a name in and put whatever name that you want the folder to be. For me, it's ideas for batik painting. But, I thought about the elephant because the rough look of a batik painting, I mean, how cool would that be done batik? But I'll have to decide. But I just wanted to show you, this is what I do. And I just put them in and then I'm ready to go. So let me check in with y'all first. I can't see you when I do these things, and I always want to gauge how you're doing. Oh, I'm sorry she lost it, but how wonderful. Oh, that's great. I love it, Cheryl. So let me ask. Oh, that's wonderful. Bonnie, if you have anything that would go with a batik painting that I might want to do. Okay. So are y'all okay with going into our photos and seeing what we've got? What do you think? Are you sick of photos? I just want to show you. This was our poor Miss Bonnie after her fight with the concrete floor. That is so scary. Her nose took such a whack. This is a serious cut. We're really lucky that she didn't actually get into any kind of, what do you call them? Concussion situation. That would scare me. All right, so let me do something here. And now here is Miss Bonnie healing. And you know what? I absolutely love her hair short. I don't know about y'all, but I think that's the way to go for Miss Bonnie. It just brings out her sprightly, perky personality. But look at these injuries. She was finally able to take a shower because I guess with stitches and stuff, you can't do that. But poor Miss Bonnie. But I think that her hair short like that, I wish I could have my hair short like that. I think it's great. And Charlotte will tell you she loves her hair short. So, Bonnie, that is beautiful, except we're sorry about your boo-boos. Then somehow somebody put up fabric, and it's so cute. It's upside down, sorry. But it's so cute because it is doggy fabric. So let me see if I can. There we go. There we go. So that's cute. I love it. Okay, let's see. What have we got next? Then this is the finish of Miss Diana's quilt for an electrician. I just think that's awesome. I sure hope they liked it because it is just splendid. Then here are my 3 kids. I just got this photo from them today. My 3 kids each went without families and spouses. They went camping to the lake together. They took little tents and they took a cooler. This is my Katie, who's the artist and the one who loves animals. This is my Becky, who's teacher, Charlotte's mama, and all around amazing mom. And this is my son, Christopher, who had the little Russell baby this year. And they're at the lake because when they grew up, every single summer, we spent 2 weeks at the lake. So it was so nice that because they're all married to people who don't like the lake and don't like camping. They get bored by it. And but I was so tickled they sent that photo. Those are my 3 babies. This is, there's the pillow cushions I made, and here are these plants. And you notice I took pictures of the plants that were close to the door because it was so hot out there. So here's the other side of the porch. So I'm thinking everything's looking pretty good. I tell you what, there's so many things I planted have struggled or died because the heat was so bad and the lack of consistent rain. And, I water all my pots every single day. But I'm going to be honest, watering with city water is not the same as rainwater. And here's one area of the flower beds. And I just wanted to show you, see, I need to get in there and do some weeding. So let me see. But this is one part of my front yard. Let's see. And that's part of the other side. And I wish you could see better. This is a purple coneflower. Then I have a yellow rudbeckia back here. And then I have a few begonias. And I put in some hostas and things this year. But it's been a tough year. These are volunteers. They're called cleome or spider flower. Or for people who might not know, they might think I'm trying to grow marijuana in the front yard, but I promise it's not. It's cleome. And the thing I love about them, see these long seed pods? They're great self-seeders. I did not plant any of these this year. And once you put 1 pack of seeds out, you've got them for life. They don't like to be transplanted, though, so you kind of have to. Now, these are American beautyberry bushes, and soon they're going to develop purple berries, and I'll have to show you those. They kind of look like a Dr. Seuss plant. Here are some red salvias and a little Dusty Miller, and here's a pink rose, one of those really tough, easy care roses. But everything is struggling. This bush right over here is a hydrangea, a disco bell, and it's a perennial hydrangea, but it's being eaten by some kind of insect. I'm not sure what kind. So here's on my back deck. Here, this is sweet potato vine. This is the moment I try to say it, I forget it. Here is a New Guinea impatient right here in a pot in a hosta. And this is, oh boy, somebody probably knows, lantana. This is a lantana. You see the little yellow blooms. And Caladiums are my new go-to flower because let me tell you what, those puppies, they are tough as nails. Now, one day I'll get out and pick up that bird feeder that fell probably last year. I just can't do it all. Here's a beautiful lantana bloom. I just love those little clusters of blooms. They're so sweet. And they have the prettiest seed pod that's kind of a mystery blue. It's beautiful. Here's my cluster of plants, and I've got New Guinea impatiens. I've got some geraniums, New Guinea impatiens, lantana all in here, sweet potato vine, a weed. I take my weeds. When I pull them up, I drop them down, let the sun kill them for sure. Here is a tomato plant. This is a spike. Dracaena, I believe, is the proper name for it. I've got some pink shrimp plants in here. Let me see what else. Some more. These are pinks or dianthus, but they're taking a little break right now. But these New Guinea impatiens, I wish it would show you the color. It is a beautiful light fuchsia, and it's just gorgeous. This is my yellow shrimp plant. I get so tickled at this plant. It is just the most unusual thing. These blooms will come up. They'll stay for a few weeks. Then they'll all fall off at the same time, and the new ones grow right back. It's just the strangest plant. Here's, again, are the shrimp plants in a pink version and some lantana. And here's a little portulaca. And I stuck it in there. I saw it was a volunteer. I stuck it in there with the tomato, and it's doing pretty good. But as you can see, I'm not getting, there it is again, the portulaca and the lantana bloom. I'm not getting an exuberance because it's just been a tough year. This is either called a cigar plant or a cigarette plant, and it has these little orange blossoms, and at the end of the orange blossom is a circle of white and then a circle of black, as if it were the ash on a cigarette. It is just the cutest little thing. And I get them because I love unusual plants. But let me see if I can make it bigger. But see these little blooms? It's like this orange tube now, and you know anything with a tube in this color is great for hummingbirds. But then it has a white ring and really probably a dark purple, but it looks black. So it looks like a burning cigarette. All right, let's see if this will good. It's allowing me. Now this is called a wishbone flower, and I love the colors in this. If anybody's tuning in, they said this is supposed to be a quilt show and she's showing us flowers. But it's kind of the same thing. It's a celebration of color and texture and composition. But these are really cool, and they're called wishbone flower. I'm trying to remember their proper name. But inside the flower is this little white part that looks just like a wishbone. So... and some little impatiens down here. But I do want to say, though, they're kind of puny because it's been a tough summer. And now this is why I'm loving caladiums. You put the bulb in the ground. If you want to keep them for the next year, anytime you have you get freezing weather, you have to have them dug out and saved. But here's a begonia. There's another caladium. I love the different varieties they come in. Here's on my back deck table. This one is in a little too much shade, so it hasn't been blooming, but it's in such a shallow container. If I put it out in the sun, I know I'm going to lose it. And a begonia and a caladium. Here's another caladium. And I just want to show you the texture in those leaves. Boy, I love that. I can think, and start thinking, okay, batik. I've seen batiks in those colors, and wouldn't that be awesome? To find a batik, you could cut that out for that leaf and you've got it. Another impatient, more begonias. This is a window box with hostas, begonias, and caladiums. And another one with just hostas and begonias. And this is a tuberose begonia, and it's a double, which I really like. And this tuberose means it just comes from like a bulb-like type of thing. And I might try to save that in the garage for the winter. But aren't those blossoms just beautiful? It's like yellow with a tinge of peach on the outside. Another begonia. This is the bronze leaf, and they're so good because they can handle sun, shade, you name it. A poor little petunia that's trying its best to grow. Normally that should be huge. Because the woman who lived here before me was a gardener, and it has big white blooms, and it blooms over like a month period of time. And then here's my bird bath and my hostas and things, and my little birdhouse. And here's a caladium and a hanging pot. This bush I try to trim in a heart shape, but because I fell and hurt my shoulders, I haven't trimmed it in a while. This is a paulownia tree. You see them around in parking lots. They're a great weed tree, but in Japan, they prize them for their tight growth and very few knot holes. What we do with it, it's a volunteer who sprung up, which I was tickled because I was going to go find one if it didn't volunteer. But we take and cut it all the way back to the ground every year. And then those leaves are up to 2 feet across. So it's a fun, interesting plant to just talk about. It's like, what is that? So, and we're back to Miss Bonnie. All right, guys. So that is that for today. And if you don't want to see me do boring things of my garden, you have to send me some more pictures. But I hope you enjoyed that. But that's where I get inspiration. I look to nature. I look everywhere. I'm not too proud. I'll look everywhere and try to get for quilts. So, and some amazing, I do try to encourage wildlife in my backyard, but some quilts I have seen will take one gorgeous plant, like a lily or something, and just focus on that plant. And I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. Good thinking. In fact, I'm sure y'all could help me, especially I would like to have help to get the my hibiscus, my perennial hibiscus. I mean, I haven't seen what bug it is, but it has totally eaten all the leaves. So dirty dishwater works for bugs. I have that. It's a pergola porch, but I don't use it like I should because it's also in a pretty wooded area and there's a lot of mosquitoes. So it's and the humidity with my asthma is always. It looks nice. When everybody started that idea of outdoor living rooms and outdoor kitchens, and I thought, don't y'all have mosquitoes? Because we do. And it really, when I go out to take care of my chickens, mosquitoes just glom on me. And it's just frustrating. But this is a heavily wooded lot. So let's see. Oh, Susan, take a picture of the cantaloupe and muskmelon, and I'll put them on. I'll put them on the group. Mother-in-law's tongue, how I know it, is a house plant that grows up in these sword-shaped spikes. I'll take a picture of one. I've been growing one for 20 years, and it's upstairs, and it's like 3.5, 4 feet tall now. So. And it doesn't take much water. And that's what I call a mother-in-law's tongue. Next week I'll have a picture of it for you. But yeah, I love the wildlife. If anybody has asked me a question or anything. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you think of these outdoor rooms and then they have outdoor beds. What kind of spider or snake or something would I curl up with? So. Well, not sure that works for me. If I lived in a place that had no bugs and a light breeze and 82-degree temperatures, then okay, I'll do it. So I think sometimes all the designers and stores get together and say, what can we get people to spend their money on? So, I mean, this whole new thing of having the most beautiful laundry room and put a little chaise lounge in there and read a book in your laundry this room, I highly recommend. I love my sunroom. I wanted one so badly. So when we got here, it was, yes, I love this sunroom. And I do love it. In fact, I should have taken a picture. My hammock's in the sunroom now. Yay. And I've been using it. I have been too busy to use it much, but I've been using it. So, but anyway, but between my chickens and feeding, encouraging a lot of birds and wildlife, I try to cut down on insects and things. But now you kind of know why it wasn't surprising to have the snake just outside my door the other week, because they think it's their place. So, and I have 2 bird baths that I keep full, and a platform feeder that goes through 1 to 2 quarts of black oil sunflower seed a day, and I have a lot of wildlife going on. Mark says it sometimes looks like Disney out in our backyard. So, oh, good, Susan. Oh, that'll be terrific. And I've got my email open, so if you get a chance to send them to me, I'll see the little notice and I'll go get them, but don't worry if you don't. You have 3 hedgehogs. Oh, now, if you were to pick up a hedgehog out in the wild, would they bite you? Or, I guess, although I heard that they're nocturnal, so they're mostly going to be out at night, aren't they? We don't have hedgehogs here. And I'm back with my bowl of cherries. I tell you what, I get so sad in the winter when, because I don't buy them. When they're over $2.99 a pound, I don't buy them. They roll up. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's neat. I just love all that stuff. So, let me bring some stuff over. Oh, good. I love doing these pictures on Sunday. So if you like them, keep sending me stuff. I love it. Okay, honey. And it's something I can use with the group, hopefully. So Mark went to the hardware store. I said, get me my own box of surgical gloves. I'm going to be doing this Pasanki, and the fabric dyeing, and I realized I didn't have any gloves. So I'm excited. And blue is my signature color. So that's one of the things I got this week. Then, oh, you sweetie. So then, I got email. Oh, boy. Look at this. Look at what Miss Bonnie has. Woo! Yay! Look at this, and look. Oh, what do I see here? It's Create a Sticker Mini. Oh my gosh, that looks like fun. And our famous flamingos. Love the flamingos. Thank you, Miss Bonnie. That is cool. Now you got me curious. I can't wait. So thank you. We will find it. I could have sworn. Okay. So, good news. My son helped me figure out, and I got an exterior hard drive so I can back up all my files. And it's a good thing because my computer made a funny noise. Every time now it starts back up, it makes a funny noise. I'm not sure what that is. So it's good to have that hard drive. So your feet digs through it and it adheres the sticky stuff to the back. How cool. What a neat thing. I love that. Oh, and Nadine sent me a picture of hedgehogs. So let me see. Let me see. I hope I didn't miss it. Oh, nope. I think I'm good. All right. Oh, here it is. Oh my gosh. It's a little bigger than I thought. Okay, everybody ready to see a German hedgehog? Look at this. Whoops, hold on just a second. Hold on. Save as picture. Hold on. Oh, hello. Okay. Come on, picture. Come on, picture. Okay. Here it is. Let me get it nice and big so everybody can see it. Look at this hedgehog. That's bigger than what I see on different wildlife shows. Wow. Oh my goodness. That is so neat. Look at all those little prickles. Wow. That is so cool. That is so cool. Thank you, Nadine, for sending that. I love that because, you know, it's kind of a way we're taking a trip around the world, learning about all different things, and I love it, love it, love it. So, I hope you enjoyed. Bonnie's thinking, that hedgehog looks a little prickly to me. But that's so cute. Okay, so I hope you liked the Pineapple Fabrics video and Alice in Glass, cute as can be, very down to earth. Here we were in a warehouse, Pineapple Fabrics, but it felt like she was talking to you, sitting together and talking in your living room. I loved her. Oh, Patty, take good care, sweetie. We'll catch up soon. Nice to see you here. So look at this. I had to get this. But one thing I noticed with the greens and the yellows, I used some of her fabric to make my fabric bowls. I recognized it. So this is Sun Print, which is one of her biggest success. And I got this for $9.99 minus 20%. So like $8. Not bad. Then I showed you. So let me just show you one more time again. And she says with the Sun Print, she tries to give you a whole range of colors so that you can do just about anything. And you can blend them with things and all that. So here is the fabric I spotted before I left. I had bought two little things. I was being really good. And this fabric, Bonnie, I know what you mean. It just stood up and said, hey, you need this. And so I bought this. And I love it because it's a digital print. You get such crisp, clear printing when it's a digital print. And this was a Robert Kaufman, I'm pretty sure. Morning Moon Fairies. And yep, Robert Kaufman. I love it. Love it. The designer was Jody Bergsma. Yeah. Bergsma was the designer. So I got 3 yards of that, and it was $6.79. And then I don't know if that was still another 20% off that too. And then the thing I'm really excited about is they had these kits from And I somehow read, in fact, I put on the Pineapple Fabrics a little information and sites. If you'd already checked out the Pineapple Fabrics video, you might want to go back. I put sites for Alice in Glass and Andover Fabrics because there's some free patterns. And then I also put information about Pineapple Fabrics and their sister company. Now I've forgotten the name. Something with the S and an E. Oh, good. Thank you, Miss Susan. What is their sister company in New Hampshire? Oh, boy. Okay. Looking for Miss Susan's email. Come on. There it is. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Cannot wait. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Are you ready to see Susan's picture? And this is a cantaloupe, and I think she called it a muskmelon, or what we might call a honeydew melon. And look at those cucumbers. Oh my gosh, there might even be a zucchini back in there too. I can't believe it. I have never grown vegetables like that in a garden. That is exquisite. Great job. Wow, way to go, Rick. Way to go, Rick. He has a green, not just a green thumb, a green arm. That is amazing. Thank you. Wow. And I tell you what, I bet you they are heaven. And if it is a honeydew, then that has the green flesh, and then the cantaloupe has the orange. Oh my gosh, then you put a few blueberries and strawberries, you've got a rainbow treat like you wouldn't believe. It's so funny. I didn't used to eat as many fruits as I do now, but Mark just went to the Harris Teeter, and I said, can you get me some more red grapes? I have been a nut for red grapes. So this is what I bought. This had a kit. I had a feeling they included the batting. Look at this. Okay. So this kit, it's called City Lights. Okay. He is the Jolly Green Giant. That is so cute. Okay. Here is this. For any of you that think that panels are cheating, no, they're not. It's a time and place for everything. And I'll tell you why I don't consider this cheating. Look at this. This is probably another one of those digital prints. But isn't that just beautiful? And you know what I thought as soon as I saw it. I felt something on my shoulder. That's what happens when you lean close to a bird. This is City Lights by Abraham Hunter for P&B Textiles. Beautiful. When I looked at this, I thought, aha, put a string of lights on this puppy, hang it up, use it for the holidays, and it's not just Christmas. Look at that. I could keep it up all winter. And then Mark would put a timer up for me, and every evening it'll come on by itself. Oh, I love it. And I have a couple strands of lights left. So now, this is why I don't consider this cheating or something to do a panel. Let me tell you why. And I got this and the batting and the backing for $14.99. But see, it's double fold. And so it comes with everything. And what I probably would do is not bind the edge. Just do like a pillowcase, turn it inside out. And I can't wait to thread paint it. This is where I'll get to embellish it, thread paint it, and then put lights in. I might put some little clear beads, snowy looking beads, maybe little snowflake shaped sequins. I mean, I've got Angelina yarn, or Angelina fibers. I bet you anything I've got some snow looking yarn. So I can go to town with this. And yes, I'll make a video because I think something like this is a great way to decorate. The older I get, the less I want to put up gobs of decorations. Something like this will be a beautiful, beautiful holiday decoration. So when I saw that for the price and a Ziploc bag too, I said, it's mine. But I saw that and thought, this way I can show you how I make a lighted. Yeah, don't over quilt it. You got that right. Don't go to too much to town. But this is great for all of you who have landscape panels. We'll pull them out and do it together. You can do it with my, what are you doing? She's playing with my necklace. What are you doing? What are you doing? She's a little feisty because of this molting stuff. So, but anyway, but I tell you what, panels can be a lot of fun. And if it gives you practice on embellishing and thread painting, you got it. So, okay. Yeah, what they're telling you is they expect you to not bind this, but to make like a pillowcase, turn it inside out. So that's just what I was thinking of doing. And they said tie or quilt as desired. Thread painting first, then quilt. And that's what I will do too. I'll probably use a false back, do heavy thread painting. And we all want to send out a word to Diana Wright's son and hope that he's doing okay, poor kid. I tell you what, orthopedic injuries are the worst. I know. I ruptured my Achilles tendon. In fact, the day I met Mark face to face for the first time, you know that story. So I have that. I have my gloves. I think I did really good. I think I showed a lot of restraint when I went to Pineapple Fabrics. Don't you? I mean, hey, I think I was really, really good. So here she comes. You want to come back up? And also, I'm really proud of one more thing I did. I wore a shirt that's one of these, except it's black. When I was coming home and I went to take off the shirt, a button fell off. Do you know what I did? I went right over and sewed that button back on. I sure did. I was so proud. I've never done that before. Usually it goes in a mending pile that sits there and becomes decoration after months or a year. So I was real proud of myself. I sewed that button right back on. So let's see. Oh, they had no fabric by the pound. I was kind of sad. But since they had listen glass there, and what they did is they went to a lot of trouble to put together 1, 2, and 3 yard bundles and all of that. So I think what happened is last time too many people were asking for the by the pound to be cut into certain amounts. Because I thought I heard Dot say, or someone say, well, it wasn't good for people who needed a certain amount of yardage. So I asked someone there if they were going to do it next time and do the by the pound. And he said, well, we'll do it here and there. So I have a feeling that got talked about, and for whatever reason, whether people were too demanding, or maybe it was just that everybody came to the by the pound, bought that, and didn't buy the other stuff. So anyway, but I'm glad that I got what I did when I did and shared it with 15 of y'all, so at least y'all have part of that. Oh, you're hand quilting a fabric panel. That's a great idea. Panels, all this stuff has its place. I am not one of these people who has a hard line on this is not acceptable or this is acceptable and that's not. Life's too short. Get over it. So Mark was putting up that quilt and he said, Deb, it's too big for this wall. I said, no, it didn't. Just plop it forward on the floor. It'll be fine. If you can go to a quilt show and they have a quilt that comes down onto the floor, then I can do it too. A lot of people want it their way. Yeah, exactly. I understand that. But I tell you what, it was a good day there. I was able to walk a little slower. I still need to slow down just a little, but I put a little notation by this video and said, look, I try very hard not to video people and invade their privacy, even though it's a public location. I don't have to get clearances or anything from anybody. I guess if I were to interview them or something, but I try to be careful and aim away there were a couple times people would walk it right in front of me or come towards me. And I feel like it's an invasion of their privacy for me to film them. So sometimes you'll notice I kind of move kind of fast and it's just being respectful of people. I get people who stand there and look at me like, who is she and why is she doing that? So I just kind of quietly walk around and pretend you don't see me, I'm not here. I'm not sure that works for Deb. I'm a little too big to pretend I'm not there. What was Bonnie's great idea? There you go. I love it. And in fact, when Mark put that up, he said, well, where do you want me to pin it? I said, pin it over the one that's already there. So, and then I took my watermelon one and put it upstairs. What are you doing? Huh? The up, be down, the up, be down. No, you're not. You're not being very exciting today. Hey, you're not being very exciting today. Kiss, kiss. What? So anyway, I'm going to put her back on her stand. Then I'll show you the quilt I've got for you today. Pardon me. Kiwi, I'm going to push you back just a little bit, sweetie. All right. I might have shown this a while ago, but I wanted to show it now. And, it looks better on camera than even in person. I made this at a Myrtle Beach quilt party. And, actually, that was Blossom that you saw. I have two black and white dogs. Grommy's under the table taking a nap. But this I did at the Myrtle Beach quilt party. And I think it's very pretty. And they build it as a table, a center for a table or a table covering. But I don't really have any tables that I would lay this on. And so I tried making this more rigid and putting stiffener inside so I could still hang it on a wall. But honestly, it doesn't hang. It doesn't work. And so unfortunately, this just hangs in the closet. But it's really rather pretty. I probably should find a way, make something like a wooden. I don't know how I would hang it. Right now, I've got it pinned here, there, and there, because otherwise it's a little floppy. So it's a beautiful piece, but if I had it to do over again, I guess it's not too late, even though I've already quilted it, but to extend it out and make it a regular, yes, brilliant, Bonnie. Applique it, perfect. Applique it to a big piece of fabric, and then that way it would get more use. But it's been backed and quilted. I tried everything to make it stiff, and all I made it look is lumpy. But that is today's quilt. But it's very pretty. I mean, I agree. It's very striking to look at, but it unfortunately it didn't do what I wanted it to do. In fact, now see it hanging. You see how it's a little, and it made it. I did a better job than it looks, but I tried putting buckram. Anyone know what buckram is? It's a heavy sew-in insulation, very heavy. And they used to use buckram for bodices and anything that had to be really stiff. So I put buckram in it, and wasn't enough to make it firm enough to hang up. But I love Bonnie's idea of applique it, because I was thinking, how would I figure out all these angles? Applique it. Bonnie, brilliant. Bonnie gets our Best Advice Award today. So buy a table for it. Akko, I love you. And the only thing I've thought about so far is laying it on a table is then you don't get that really cool 3D effect. So anyway, my bird keeps throwing her cherry off of her platform. She loves it. Her best thing is at night, I'll get out her pack a bag of all these little tiny bingo chips and bottle caps and all these little things, right? Some little plastic balls with bells in them. Her thrill is to go stand on the table and drop them over and watch them hit the floor. Then goes and gets another one, drops it over. So that's what she does with her fruit. She'll take a couple bites out of it. Then the next thing you know, plump, she just lets it go. And I think it's because she wants my attention, so I'll pick it up and give it back to her. But anyway, so come here, Blossom. Come here. Come here, Blossom. Come here. Come here, sweetie. You can come here. Come on. Come on. Good girl. So I'll show you my Blossom. She doesn't get seen as much. She used to be too barky to bring down here, but this is Blossom. She doesn't want to look at the camera. She's like, no, I don't want to be a star. She is half Maltese and half Shih Tzu, and she's about 3 years old and about 11 pounds. And this my little Blossom. Hi, Blossom. And I got her. She had been in a breeder's for about 8 or 9 months. And she needed a home, and I'm glad she got a good one. So anyway, that's Blossom. And then Gromit. You want to come here? Come here. I'll show you now. Come here. Gromit is 30 pounds. Come on. He's half Jack Russell and half Shih Tzu. And this is Gromit. And they told me where I got him at the rescue, they said he'll be about 10 pounds. Ha, ha, ha. But here's my Grommy. My Grommy is my heart dog. And, but both of my dogs are black and white. And Mia was black and white too. Good boy. But he's a handful. I don't have to leave the car. He goes with me. But if I say the BYE, then he's like, he's ready. He's ready. And I take him through the car wash, and he's actually getting used to car washes now. But he's 30 pounds or 29. He's a long dog with short legs. But anyway, and the first 2 years, I swore I was going to get rid of him. He was the most stubborn thing. And still to this day, he will not shake paws. He will sit. But he's like, something's on my back now. She'll be up here in just a moment. That's what happens. I roll backwards and I get close enough. And where is she, Kiwi? But yes, she's climbing up my back now. Come on, Kiwi. Oh, I kind of like pets. Can you tell? I always thought I wished I could have had 4 children. And I lost my third one. And when I had my third living child, I was like, I can't do it again. But I had to have cesareans too. Come on. Come on. Coming up under my arm. As you can tell, my pets do not like me. In fact, you know what? When I met Mark, it was kind of scary. You know, after being betrayed in my marriage, it was scary to date midlife. And I told Mark, if my dogs don't like you, you're out of here. And I meant it, because I know that dogs and children, they are savvy. They know who's good and who's not. And so anyway, and when you know, my dogs loved him. So, in fact, I have a picture somewhere where he said, take a picture of this. And he had his arm around each greyhound. And greyhounds are a little particular about who they like. So anyway, all right. Is there anything else I was going to tell you? I'm definitely doing dyeing this week. I think I'm going to get my grandkids involved in some of it. Happy times. I found some prepared for dyeing fabric in my dye supplies. So besides having the 10 yards I have, now I have a bag that looks like it's at least 4 more yards. Woo! And I have decided too that I'm going to work on getting probably a little Etsy shop together, because if some of these dyed fabrics turn out well, I'd like to do backgrounds for landscapes and things. If they turn out well, I'm going to put them up for sale. And don't worry, I'm not going to charge a fortune for them. And but I told Mark I would really like to put, and you know what else I'm thinking of doing? I told him I have all these yarns and like the laces that make good waves and all that, and I might put together little kits to go with the different landscapes I do, or just sell, you know, because you don't want to have to buy a whole skein of yarn just to have this really cool thread yarn that would be really good on your landscape. So I'm thinking of putting these little grab bags together inexpensively. So that's something I'm going to work on, and I'm looking forward to that. I think there's a place for it, because I tell you, when I go to quilt shows, you see all that stuff, but it's very expensive. And I want to have something that the average quilter could afford. So, and luckily I don't have to live on this money, so I can be flexible with what I charge. So that is going to be my new thing. So Susan, thank you for mentioning that. I was getting ready to ask you. But Susan said her first week at her new job was great. And, oh, you can't beat that, because usually the first week can be a little hairy. That is great. That is great. Oh, stop. She really is in a mood. But I think I'm going to chalk that up to molting. Because it'd be like, can you imagine losing all your teeth every year and having them grow back in? Nah, I don't think I'd like that. You go rest, Miss Bonnie. I tell you what, between your back and don't fight a concrete floor anymore. I told y'all, be careful, all of you too, because we had 3 falls in this group in 3 weeks. So, in fact, is Diane 57 here? I'm wondering how she's feeling. And I finally could get my arm up enough to wash my hair this morning. So I was happy. It's like, look, I can wash my own hair. I mean, I have been washing my own hair, but I had to do it down here like this. So, but everybody, be careful. No more falling. And yes, please. Keep that head up, Bonnie. You're not falling anymore. But I want to know how our Diane 57's doing too. But Susan, I am so happy about your job. I mean, Susan, you guys don't understand the stress Susan has been under, because she's the sweetest thing, and she doesn't show y'all some of the times that things get really tricky. But oh my gosh, she needed this wonderful job so much. And you know what? They're going to wonder how they ever ran the company without her. That's the truth. That is just the truth. That's our Susan. Yep, yep, yep. Diane 57's better. Oh, good. Oh, good, Diane. So hopefully to be careful. But whew, brave lady. Up. I might be frozen. I'm getting a warning. What is with this computer stuff? Sorry for all the buffering, guys. But I'm real happy with all of y'all. Cheryl, love your emails. So anyway, I'm going to be drawing up some. You can do random batiks where you just stamp them with wax and then put them through the different dye colors. But I actually want to do some dye painting, and we'll see how it goes. But Teresa, how are you? And I think Teresa's from, are you from St. Louis or Kansas? Somewhere. I'm sorry, I don't know that better. I'm more familiar with the East Coast, but and I hope y'all's weather is okay. Now, is Nadine still here, or did she get ready to go to bed? I might have missed her. It's always late at night. That's right, Tennessee. Okay, I know where Tennessee is. It's right next door. Aw. Nadine had to leave. I missed it. I'm sorry. I love Nadine. So sweet. Our two sunshine ladies are Cheryl and Nadine. She's so talented. But I'm trying to think of what else I was going to tell you. I've been getting everything ready. Do y'all do this? My guest room, sometimes, you get something in, an order in, and you put the box in the guest room, meaning to take it down soon. You need the box fan to dry the floor or the carpet. And then instead of taking it down to the garage, you put it in the guest room. And the big toilet paper and paper towel rolls, I don't really have, I'll throw them in the guest room. Before you know it, I agree with that, Akko. It's hard. Well, especially me. I mean, do you see the size of this head? Hello. It took my mother 48 hours to deliver me. Hello. But anyway, yeah, I agree with that, Akko. She said we fall because our head's just so full of all these brains and intelligence. So that is so cute. That is so cute. But anyway, so we had to clean up the guest room for the granddaughter and get some laundry done. But Mark was going to go for a motorcycle ride. We'll see. It is just hot. I was down here straightening before the show started, and sweat was just pouring off me. And the weather, okay, everybody? I love Akko's sense of humor. Isn't that cute? How are the guinea pigs doing, Miss Akko? And your new puppy, that very busy, smart border collie puppy. So, and how do you keep the dogs from eating the guinea pigs? I think I've got an escapee. No, good. She's still there. Okay, because I thought I heard something on the floor. But I should have moved her over differently so you could see her. But I was thinking about kids and stuff, thinking, I wonder if they wanted to. Honey, I would love for you to send new pictures of your guinea pigs. I wanted to know, was the black one you've had or one you just got? Because the fur on that black one was so beautiful. I thought that is a well cared for guinea pig. But yes, send me pictures. In fact, there's another email. Let me see. Gosh, I can't wait for you to eat that cantaloupe, Susan. It's going to be so good. So good. Y'all are some lucky people. Gosh, I love Nadine's. Okay. All right. Sure. All right. We love the photos. It's just so neat. You put it behind the door and close it. I know. I tell you, that's what we've been doing to the guest room. So all of a sudden, family games that we moved from one location didn't quite put them back. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just a little. Next week should be great. I should have lots of dyed fabrics to show you. I can't wait. Hopefully my batik paintings will work out. They look one way in my head and they don't always make it to the fabric that way, but I'm going to try. But yeah, in about 5 minutes, I'll probably get ready to go. I know I meant to talk about more, but that bird is so silly. She's got her face up inside that bell. The other night every night she demands to have after dinner. She knows when we finish our dinner and she thinks now it's my turn. So she comes out in the living room with us. She had us dying laughing. She was so funny. And honestly, then when you laugh at her, she gets kind of shy and she takes her beak and kind of rubs like this, like she's trying to cover something up. I said, I think she gets embarrassed. She knows we're laughing at her and she gets kind of embarrassed, but it's funny. Okay, Akka, let me see, sweetie. Something I think is coming. Yes, something's come in. Yay. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. It's Ring Around the Guinea Pigs. I bet y'all wish I would show you this, huh? Hold on. I'm going to save it over in our viewing. I mean, a rainbow of guinea pigs. Oh, but I bet y'all would love to see it, wouldn't you? Uh-huh. I'm not very good at teasing. Oh my God, this is so cute. I can't wait to show you this. All right, let me get it up. I'm not trying to, what a wonderful bright, oh my gosh. Let me make it a little bigger. Whoops, not that big. And it looks like they like hay. Do they eat any particular, like do they eat alfalfa hay or what? Pardon. Get that off the screen. Okay. So, can you see it? Oh my gosh. This black one down here was the one. I mean, look at the shine on that. All of them. They are so happy and healthy. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. And look at their beautiful fabric mats and see she's got a hay feeder right here. I love that. That is amazing, Akko. That is just amazing. Okay, now let me come back to our screen. Gosh, they're so cute. So one tricolor, 2 brown and whites, a gray and white, a chinchilla, and a black. How awesome. They are amazing and so well cared for, darling. I love seeing that. I love seeing that. Ah. Take a bow, Akko. That's beautiful. Yep, you sent it to the perfect place, Miss Akko. I love it. Did you get to see it, Akko? Timothy hay. Okay. I used to feed my horses Timothy hay. That's great. That is so neat. Akko, did you get to see the photo? I want to make sure that Akko got to see it. All right, if not, I'll show her again. That is so neat. That is so neat. Now, are guinea pigs very snuggly? I just love all their little whistles, that sounds they make. They're so cute. Like I say, one time I tried having the ferret thing, but the smell got a bit much. So I wasn't the best, you know. I rehomed her to a very good home. I can tell the internet's slow. Oh. What are y'all having for dinner tonight? I haven't decided what to have for dinner. I love ferrets too, but they do have, even though their scent glands are mostly removed, they still have some. But they're funny. I don't know about y'all, but last night I made myself some cheese grits. Mark and I were both like, we don't feel like eating. And leftovers. Good for you, Dinah. Pasta salad. Now, Sonia, that sounds really nice. That sounds really nice. Because when it gets hot like this, we just kind of lose our appetite. Mary's there. Hi. Oh, we haven't seen you in a while, Mary. Yay. Very good. Oh, and I just wanted to tell you, too, I just got it in today and forgot, but I told you I've got the new hard drive, so I won't lose all my video files, because I lost everything a week ago. And like I had to make a new intro file for my videos because I lost my intro. But I'm building back up. How have you been, Mary? But anyway, I'm building my files back up. And in that order, I also ordered a box of candles because, you know, I like making the Pisanki, and I think I'm going to keep enjoying it for a while. And so I was looking through to find reasonably priced candles. And so finally on Amazon, I found some Shabbat candles, and they last 3 hours. Really excited. Thank you, Miss Susan. When y'all told me, and then my son, I told my son, what, you know, I don't know anything about hard drives. And he said, you should buy 2 and keep 1 at Becky's house in case your house catches fire. Well, I don't really have anything that precious, but but I understand. I mean, his business is with, he has a recording studio. He has to be safe with his files. So, but I at least got 1, and he told me what kind to get. And it's a terabyte, just like Miss Susan said. He said the same thing. Yeah, a terabyte. And Mark said, you don't need a terabyte. And I thought, no, Susan and Chris said I did. So I'm getting a terabyte. So, yeah. And you know what? He loves that stuff. I mean, that's his bread and butter, because everything he does is electronic and all that. So he's a smart kid too. Very, very smart. He has 136 IQ. He's a smart one. And so did you like the one of us dancing? I was kind of shy about showing y'all that because that was at my heaviest too. And I was like, oh boy. But then, you know, we're such good friends. I put it on the site, and you have to be part of our group to see it. So that's an incentive to join the group. But we had the best time, and I'm so glad you got the part about the dirty dancing, because it was just, when I first told Chris, I said I had this dream about what I want to add to our dance video. And for some of you who don't know, the dirty dance scene, the big scene, the culmination of the whole movie was she got brave enough to run and jump into his arms, and he held her up above his head. Well, I'm twice the weight of my son. And so I backed up, you know, hiked up my skirts like I was getting ready to run, and he was going to lift me over his head. I ran towards him and then went, no, we're not doing this. And I dreamt that and thought, I'm putting this in there. I'm putting this because obviously you can see I'm a big girl. Why not enjoy it? You know, go with the fun. Yes. Like, no, 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 no. So I had to explain it to him because he had never seen the movie, and it was just so cute. Wonderful, Mary Zaire. My gosh, you've been busy. We've got to give you a big bravo because Busy Pat did a wedding last year. Oh my gosh. Kids' weddings are huge, 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 especially a daughter's. I mean, mine with my son was much easier. Oh, honey, that's wonderful. And you made a quilt. I've got wedding quilts for all three of my kids. I just haven't finished them. Oops. Yeah, that's why he told me to get that extra and keep it somewhere else so it'd be safe. But that's a good. But that's wonderful, Mary. Congratulations to her daughter. I hope she's got a long, happy life ahead of her, and that's fantastic. You have been a busy lady, and kudos for you, darling. That is a busy, busy time of life. It's a special time, but very busy. I'm funny. You were funny. You were like, "Woo, Deb's got rhythm or something." It was so cute. I actually was in a dance contest when I never finished college, but I was in college and I took a dance class. And then with a good friend of mine, we entered a dance contest and won second place. So it was kind of fun. Oh, I don't move the same way I used to. Boy, I started to dance with my son at the wedding too fast. So right away, I compromised my oxygen. And I was getting ready for surgery just a week after the wedding. So I was not feeling good. My endocrine numbers were all messed up. And oh my gosh, I came off of there and I thought I was going to pass out. I sat down and the kids put ice packs on me and had me drink water. Oh, wasn't it fun? And this one lady, I love the one lady with the gray hair and the teal colored dress, or the turquoise dress. I got to meet that lady and I'm going to hug her so good because she really just went with it and had the fun. And I was so tickled. So thank you. I'm glad I shared it with y'all. So I'm real glad. So that was a lot of fun. We didn't even get a chance to practice. Oh, yes. See, how they were supposed to work it is it was going to end with Louis Armstrong singing It's a Wonderful World. That was how it was going to end. So when Chris and I finished on doing the Thriller, then I was supposed to call her up and put the two of them together to finish out a little brief part of It's a Wonderful World. And but unfortunately the band didn't let the tape run long enough. So, but it was nice either way. It was beautiful either way. And it was just such a loving wedding. There was just so much love there. It was wonderful. One of the best weddings I've ever attended. Well, I think I'm a bit tired, and I think I'm going to bring this to a close. But what I'll do is y'all keep chatting as long as you can, okay? And in fact, you know what I'll do? If y'all don't mind, I might take a few moments and put together some of my stars. But y'all keep chatting. When you want to go, you can go, but you don't have to until you want to. And I love y'all the best. You are amazing, amazing, amazing ladies. It looks like right now the group is doing so good, and we're all recovering from falls, and we've got our jobs, and we're thriving. It was my pleasure. And next week I'll have more exciting things to talk about too. I promise. So I'm just going to sit here, and that way I can sew and y'all can keep chatting. In fact, maybe I'll tilt the camera just a little. Is this thing cool that Mark made me? My son was real proud of Mark. I tell you what, he's got so much in common with Mark. Smarts and there we go. Let me see. All right. And make sure this week you do something real good just for yourself.